Hey, Gems. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing great. Gems, please forgive me. My voice is a little hoarse tonight. A little too much weekend, but I had a great time. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. But not going to keep you too long tonight, but just allow me to share a little time with you. Welcome to episode 44 of Dawn's Jewel Drop. I am Dawn Gatlin, and I'm praying that you guys are having a fabulous Sunday today. So I just want to start off with a quick story. So if you will allow me a couple of minutes to read this story to you, we're going to get right into our jewel drop, okay? So it says, men can relate to the husband who is sitting home when his wife comes in from shopping. And she says, honey, I saved you 25% on a dress I bought. And then she proceeds to tell him what a beautiful dress it is and how well it looks on her. Well, the husband responds by saying, even if you think you saved us 25%, the fact remains that you bought a dress that you know we can't afford right now. So how come you didn't resist the temptation? So the wife says, I tried to. I really did. But when I tried it on, it looked so good on me and it was on sale. It was just too big of a temptation. The husband says, you know that was the devil tempting you to do something that you knew you should not have done. Why didn't you tell the devil to get behind you? The wife says, I did tell him to get behind me, but then he said it looks good from back here too. Anyway, let's get on into our jewel drop. I just love that word. It was from an old sermon that I had listened to, and I thought it was appropriate and in line with my word for today. But gems, so long as you are making excuses to justify staying where you are giving yourself permission to settle for less than God's best. And people can find excuses for everything. So today we are talking about what crutches are you allowing in your life. It's time to remove the crutches. It's time to stop making excuses. So often we use excuses to justify our situation. And when we do that, when we use excuses and we use crutches to justify our situation, we are paralyzing ourselves. We are disabling ourselves. It's a form of support, but it's not a good form of support. It actually has a reverse effect. Excuses and crutches are blessing blockers. That's what they are. And when you use a crutch or something that you lean on that you know you should not be leaning on, and it becomes so enabling to you, that's when it's blocking your blessings. It is interfering with your destiny, and it is hindering your purpose, your God-given purpose. And that's when it's a problem. So whatever crutch you holding on to today, whatever you leaning on, you shouldn't be leaning on, whatever excuses you throwing out there, things that are holding you back from your past, we've got to learn to let that go. If it's weight that you're struggling with or an addiction you're struggling with, somebody may have betrayed you and you just can't seem to move past it, feeling inferior. Some of us we eat unhealthy foods to move past situations. Some of us have excuses about generational curses being on our lives. And it hinders us from moving forward or doing certain things. No, all of those things are things that you are giving power to that you should not be giving power to. Is no reason for you to settle for less just because it's easier. No, you already have been gifted the power to overcome. God has made you fearfully and wonderfully. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in his eyes. So it's time for us all to tap into our seeds of greatness, gems. There is greatness going on inside of you, and it's been laying dormant for too long. It's time to shake it up, shake up those gifts, stir up those gifts, step up and show up for you. Step up and show up for you, not for anybody else, but for you. Stop saying that you can't when God already said that you can. Yes, you can. God is trying to open up a new door in your life. He's trying to take you to a new level, gems. But until you rid yourself of the crutches and the excuses that you allow to hold you back, you cannot move. You cannot move. We've got to lean on him instead of the crutch. And let me tell you something. When you lean on Christ instead of leaning on the crutches going on in your life, life will hit differently. And life will hit for the better. I promise you that. I promise you that. There are no surprises going on in your life, gems, that God is not already aware of. The good, the bad, the ugly. Sometimes we hold on to things of our past that stop us from moving forward. Remember, I always say my word is you don't live in your past anymore. Stop revisiting that place. Stop allowing things to hinder you and to hold you back. Throw away the crutch. Stop limping because God already ordained you to run. Come on, let's get it going. So whatever your situation you're going through right now, that you fear maybe it's an unfair situation, or life dealt me a bad hand. Let me tell you something. You do more damage holding on of things that you should be letting go. You do more damage of holding on to it than just releasing it and resting in God and allowing Him to allow you to move further and deeper into your destiny. God has already promised you double for your trouble. God has already told you, I will restore everything that has been taken from you. That is His word. Zechariah 9:12 and Deuteronomy 30:3. Those two scriptures talk to that. He will restore everything that has been stolen. He will give you double for your trouble. We have to trust in Him. We have to lean on Him, and then we have to allow Him to do the work. So many times we hold on to things and we make excuses for things that we should not be holding on to, or that we should not be making excuses for. And if you are doing that, it is stopping you from walking further into your destiny. And gems, that's not an option. That's not an option. Exchange that crutch for the King and let Him do the daggone thing, okay? If you are truly in a place where you are wanting to be healed, you are needing to be restored, replenished, revived, rest in Him. Rest in Him, gems. And when you do, life does hit differently, because God has already told you, I'm going to make all your crooked places straight. I'm going to make all your crooked places straight. The enemy does not want you to rest in the Lord. The enemy wants to keep you hysterical. The enemy wants to keep you confused and doubtful and fearful. No, God said we are saved by grace through faith. Through faith. So, gems, whatever it is, step out on there, knock on the Lord's door, tell Him what's going on in your life, tell Him what you need help with, tell Him I'm leaning on these crutches, and because they help me, they enable me. No, they don't. Throw away them daggone crutches. Throw away any crutch in your life, any excuse in your life that is hindering you from moving forward, that is allowing you to settle for less than your very best. Throw it out the door. Be done with it. Again, we are saved by grace through faith. So that means that whatever you are trusting and believing for, talk to God about it. And then trust and believe He going to bring you through it. He's going to bring you to it. Because if you're going to worry, then you shouldn't be praying. But if you're going to pray, then you should not be worrying. But gems, that is my jewel drop for today. I love you guys so much. I'll be back here next week. I pray that this word blesses someone. And I promise you, throw away them crutches. Throw them away.